welcome back. Today's video is another quarterly refresh where we're going to be checking out the planners that I was using in quarter 3 and the planners that I'm going to be using for the rest of the year. If you are new here, my name is Maya, and on my channel I am posting planner related content and also building in some more lifestyle budgeting over here on YouTube. So if you have not already checked out my Q3 video or my mid-year reflection video for my planning system, I'll make sure to link that up here for you as well as down in the description. So in that video, I ended with about 5 planners, maybe 6. I think I was still kind of contemplating whether I was going to use like a coil system or the ring version of it. So I had a couple of new items. Along with those new items, I had some my OGs in there that I've been using for a really long time, whether it was at the beginning of this year or even like years past in there. So I definitely have a system that is continuing to change based on my season of life, and that is definitely the case looking back at quarter 3 and how those planners planned out for me. I want to start off with the first planner that I was showcasing, which was my wedding planner. And again, I'll put a picture up here so you can see it. It was a happy planner, classic sized wedding planner. I had purchased this planner a couple of years ago, and now that I am engaged planning a wedding, I was using that planner. I pulled it out from like storage, planner storage, and I put that together, and I've been using it to plan out my wedding, but plans have changed. I'm not going to get into too many details with it, but my fiance and I have decided to do something a little bit different instead of just a venue reception type of wedding. So with those change in plans, that wedding planner that I was using that I incorporated at the beginning of the year just wasn't working for me anymore. I found that with our new plans, I'm using a lot more of a digital system for it. So I have my Google Calendars, Google Sheets, Google Docs. I have incorporated a lot of that over to a digital format. So I no longer have that wedding planner in as far as my lineup goes with like paper products, but it is now a digital product. My second planner that I no longer have here in this stack is also going digital. And this one's the craziest one to like even think about it being digital now, because this was my OG for almost 3.5 years, and that's going to be my budget planner. I have been so proud of this budget planner with helping me growing with my budgeting, just my overall habits for savings, paying off debt, working through a monthly budget. And it has been with me for so long. I love setting it up. I made almost like a small revamp with it at the beginning of the year. But I am finding, just again, season of life, I'm finding that a lot of the finances that we have right now are just better to be tracked in a digital format. And this wasn't like a quick split like the wedding planner where it was just, okay, I know this isn't working. I actually tried it out in quarter 3. But I had my paper planner that I put together with some inserts, and I was using that alongside a digital planner that I was actually building for myself. And just to kind of, making it to where it works for my style of budgeting, because I was finding the paper version wasn't. And it kind of led me down this road of like, well, let me make some budget inserts that work for me. But then I ended up just using a digital version of it on my iPad, on the computer. So I did that side by side for 3 months, and it just made me fall in love with the digital version of my budget planner, and the new system that I was creating that again works for me. And with that, that is actually the last of the disc-bound planners in my system, which is interesting. Now, that's not going to be forever. Of course, again, plans may change. I may need a new planner, and a disc-bound planner may be the answer for that. So going forward into Q4, I won't have any more disc-bound planners, and I won't have those 2 particular planners. So let's start with this top one here. This is a Moterm cover, and if this looks familiar, it's because it's the one that houses my Moxie Life goal setting system. I do use the Moxie Life companion notebooks. I have it kind of set up in here. I think last time this wasn't filled up here, but I just kind of put some of these journaling cards from different planner shops. Most of them are from Cloth and Paper. I have an Ollie Block clip here, I also have some stickers in here. Let's see, like my Planner Kate stickers for some of the headers, some numbers for the calendars. This is the annual book that you fill out that I keep in here. So this has just been an overall great system for this Moxie Life goal setting system. So this has been in my lineup now for a couple of months, and companion notebook wise, this was definitely the switch I needed to make this year. And I've been loving it. So this is a keeper. The other planner, actually, I'm going to skip this one. Let's jump to this one here. The other planner that has been a keeper now for over a year is going to be my work planner. My work planner lives in this cloth and paper Saffiano ring agenda cover in the size A5. Nothing much has changed over here. I think I've added some new like dashboards. So I got these from like the, I want to say Planner Press subscription box. I'll make sure to link this down below. Because it was the sub box, I don't know if you can still get it, but I'll definitely link their shop down below. But I think I just updated that, but for the most part, everything's pretty much the same in this work planner. I only have 4 dividers or 4 sections, and they're not labeled because I always like flip them back and forth. And I know it's there, so I don't really label them. But for you all, real quick, I have a monthly section, a daily section, a meeting section, and a note section with just like note paper in here. And they're all from different shops. So like most of these notes are from Cloth and Paper, inserts, my meeting notes pages. These are a mix of everything. So like this is Cloth and Paper. I actually really love these. I'm also loving the Infinite Lotus ones. I printed these myself from digital PDF from their shop. And then the ones that I really kind of came back to at the end was these inserts from Plum Paper, and I'm almost out of these. I don't know if I'm going to reorder them just yet because I want to use my stash of planner supplies that I already have, but I've been loving these. As you can see, there's like some differences between them, so they all have like a good purpose depending on the type of meeting I'm going to have. The monthly and the daily sections. This is the Erin Condren Daily Dual System in the A5 inserts. As soon as I saw Erin Condren was releasing a ring bound system, I was like, that is the perfect time to jump into EC to try it out. And it's been perfect ever since. I love it. It was perfect timing for a new type of work that I was doing, having this daily planner insert. I can't really show you all what's going on in here, but I can tell y'all that I do have them separated. So when you get your pack, you have the months and the days together for that entire month. I separated the monthlies from the dailies. So my whole section here are the monthly sections. I have them all the way up to December in here. And oh, I forgot to mention the line or the design that I'm using right now is the Neutral Harmony inserts here. But I already have tons of plans for the rest of the year, so I have been using them all the way up to December. And then as far as my dailies go, I did already put November and December in here, so I can kind of show you all that. And I will say the one thing that I did switch from Q2 to Q3 for these inserts is because I bought the new design. That meant that my Saturday, Sundays were on the same page, and now I have a blank page for like an overview. And I wasn't too sure if I was going to stick with this new design or if I was going to continue using the, I think it was the floral design from last year where it wasn't this layout. I did make that switch and I'm loving it. So now what I do typically is I'll take out Saturday and Sunday, and I'm just keeping these and I plan on reusing them. I'm just going to cover all of these dates up, and I'm going to reuse all of my Saturday, Sundays for like when I run out of months for it. But this has been a weekly overview, and then I am loving this daily section in here. So again, this particular planner has been around for a long time now. I am very happy with how it's working, and it is still working for me. Okay, so the last planner that I was talking about in my Q3 video was my catch-all planner. So everything else that wasn't in one of those systems is in this catch-all planner. But in Q3, I was showing you all that my catch-all planner didn't really have a cover, and I had like a makeshift cover, and I was doing that because at the time I just didn't want to invest in a cover that I wasn't happy with, or if I was just buying a cover just to put a cover on it. So I just used what I had, and it was working out great. But then I started getting this idea that I really wanted a green planner cover, and I came across this planner company on Etsy. They're called The Inspired Stories. I'll link them down below. And I really liked their agenda covers from just like the pictures. So I took some time to look through their Etsy shop. They actually have a website, so that's where I ended up purchasing this cover here. And they are also a goal setting planner company. So not only do they have these agenda covers, but they also have inserts with their goal setting system. They also have weekly, dailies, monthly layouts as well. And I believe they also have Bookbound systems. So they have a lot of amazing products. I'll make sure to link them down below if you're interested in checking out their design. I think overall, I would say it's like a really beautiful, muted, toned vibe over there. I'll put a picture up here so you can kind of see the different options, but there's a gray, a blush, and the green that you see here. I am so in love with this like green color right now. It is absolutely gorgeous. This is a gold little clasp. It has like their little, what's that word I'm looking for? Logo. There you go, stamped on it. There we go. It's like a little heart. And then on the inside, one of the things that I fell in love with was the color. I also really liked the material because it's not like a pebble leather. It's supposed to be more like a Saffiano leather. But I also love these pockets that are in here because they're very minimal. I'm not a big pocket person. I feel like if I put anything in them, it's just for decoration. But I love that these are just so minimal. There's only like 3 in the front, and in the back there's 3 over here, and there's 1 big pocket. So pocket wise, that kind of sold me on it. And also really love these gold rings on the inside with it. But again, I can do a full flip through of this planner cover in case you want more details if you're interested in purchasing this as well. Okay, so enough about the agenda cover. It is brand new. I did add this during Q3 for this planner lineup. So that's probably the one thing that's changed with my catch-all is what's going on the outside here. The rest of it's the same. I have a yearly, monthly, weekly. It says today, but this is a daily section, tracking system, and then a note section that's back here. The monthlies, I think that, actually, let me check. I want to make sure that stayed the same or if I swapped them. No, it looks like it stayed the same. So I think I'm still, yes, so I still have the cloth and paper monthlies in here. So inside wise, everything's pretty much the same from the way I built it for Q3, and going into it, it's just, again, this cover that is here. Okay, yeah, hopefully that wasn't too long, but again, I had a lot of changes. It feels like a lot of changes that happened in Q3. I didn't introduce anything new in Q3. It was just mostly moving to digital, so I don't know if I would consider that new or not. I didn't really have to purchase anything, I guess is what I'm saying. The only big purchase I made was this planner cover here, but system-wise, in Q3, where I left off is my catch-all, my work planner, and this Moxie Life. I do have a 4th that I might consider. I don't really consider a planner. It's just my journal, and I showcase this one all the time because I am so in love with it. And that is my Passport TN journal that I am using. In that video where I was showcasing this here, I have since switched out. I have a brand new notebook. I am still loving this junk journaling style. I introduced this earlier this year, and it's just, I absolutely love it. I'm growing my little stash for junk journaling, and I think I'm getting better. I feel like I say that all the time, but at the end of the day, it's what you want it to be with this junk journaling system. So I have been really loving this, and in all honesty, when it comes to stickers, most of my stickering, is that a word, stickering? We're going to make it a word. Most of my crafts with stickers, I guess, is with this junk journaling setup here. And so that has really inspired me to be a little bit more creative and just to kind of have a different outlook on how my planning system is working. So with that said, I want to jump into what's going on in quarter 4 and what I plan on using moving forward. So I'm going to actually, I'll come back to this guy here, but this has definitely inspired some change going into Q4 here. So let's start with my work planner. Work planner wise, nothing's changing. This is staying the same. As you saw, I already have December in here. We are good to go. So that's staying for the rest of the year. My Moxie Life system, this will be getting an update. As I'm filming this video, I have already purchased the Moxie Life new companion notebooks from their 2023 launch. And since they're undated and I don't want to wait, I'm probably going to switch into that for the rest of Q4. The other thing that I purchased was a folio system. I'm really excited to try that out. It is a brand new product to the Moxie Life product line, and I've heard nothing but great things about it. So I'm really excited to introduce that look in with this system here. So Moxie Life is not going anywhere, but the next time you see it, it's probably going to have a different notebook for Q4 and just an overall different cover if it works out. If not, this cover has been working great, so it'll stay with me. Okay, so coming back to this one, my catch-all planner. So I'm really happy with this ring agenda cover that I found. It has been working out great. But one of the things that I haven't really been feeling with this planner is just my lack of creativity with it. The daily duo system is great for work, but I find that I like to track my times after, I think it ends at 7 maybe. Let's see, going back into here. Yeah, 7 p.m. Because it's supposed to be for like my everyday, not just like the work day. So everything that's going on in the day. And I've been finding this really hard to make it work. It's just, and I definitely feel like it's the timing of it all. I also have issues with like the to-do list. I'm finding like it's just not enough space. And I think it's just because of the layout for it. So this daily Joe system hasn't really been working. And again, creativity wise, I've been trying to put stickers in here, but it's just not a good fit for what I particularly need, which is definitely the timing and the to-do list here. The other thing that wasn't working, which I already took out because I stored them already, were the compact vertical inserts that I had in here for a weekly setup. I was going to use that for just like a weekly overview, and then I switched it to like tracking for wellness, and that wasn't working either. I even have like a tracking system over here, and it just wasn't adding up to what these inserts were. And so honestly, as you probably just saw, these are from October. I didn't use this at all in October. And I was just because I wasn't really feeling that creativity. My catch-all planner honestly turned into a notebook where I would just write down the date, make a list of to-dos, and it was working out pretty well. And I have plenty of spiral notebooks or my coil notebooks around here, and that's what I was doing for the month of October because I just wasn't inspired to use this. I wasn't happy with having to like renumber the system. So overall, it looks great. I absolutely love these like inserts in here. If anything, the monthly and the yearlies have been the area that I really love. It's just, it's not working for me right now. October, this planner did not get touched. And, you know, even over on my Instagram, you can tell like I wasn't really posting too much planner content. I really just needed to take a break from trying to plan things out for a monthly, weekly, daily situation. Having a to-do list, just writing down my to-dos was where it was at. And I think I kind of want to take that concept of having like most of my life as a to-do system and kind of work that into a new type of planner where I can be a little bit more creative and I can make it my own. And I think that's something I'm really excited to be exploring moving into Q4. So with that being said, this catch-all planner is not going to Q4 with me. Again, it may make a comeback at some point, but for right now, I'm going to be storing my ring system and trying again something new. And it was all inspired by my little bitty passport TN, which this is for sure staying here. But I absolutely love this junk journaling vibe. And I just feel so inspired when I'm watching other people. And I used to be intimidated by their beautiful artwork, but I realized that I could do my junk journaling with a Bujo style. And it's always been that way. I just don't know why I've never really saw it until recently. And so that kind of threw me into this whole, maybe I want to try bullet journaling going into Q4. It's definitely something that would be new to me. I have done some Bujo spreads with just like plain paper, but it's never been for like a whole month type of situation. And the Passport TN definitely inspired me to look down that road. But one of the other things that kind of caught my eye back in September was the fall, I think it was the fall subscription box from Archer and Olive. I absolutely fell in love with this theme when I saw the pictures and the videos. And so I ended up purchasing this box, and it's awesome. It's like a junk journaler's, almost like a intro to junk journaling type of vibe. And I love the outcy woodsy feels of it. And I actually have the spiral. It's not a Bookbound, it's a spiral that came in that subscription box. This is a B6, and I love that it was on a coil, because if Archer and Olive does come out with more of these, I know for sure I would purchase these coils. But it also got me a chance to see the B6 size and the paper for this, which is coming off really bright on camera. I wonder if it's because I have a bright white desk. I don't know if y'all can see that, but it is a beautiful bright white 160 GSM paper. Absolutely gorgeous. I know exactly what I'm going to use this for. With that being said, falling in love with Archer and Olive products, I did purchase one of their notebooks in the size A5. This is, again, a size B6, which was nice because I got to see B6 on its own because I don't own B6 planners. But I did purchase this one in the A5 size. One, because, again, I absolutely love the paper that's in here. And I really love this texture. This brown color with this mug is just so cute. But as you can see, I haven't even jumped into it yet because I'm trying to see if this is going to be the planner for me going into the rest of the year here, and then hopefully moving into 2022. And I don't want to touch this yet because they are a little pricey. And so I'm going to hold off on jumping into this one for just now, but kind of jumping into that world of like bullet journaling, using a notebook like this for the planner. I started looking at more bookbound or softbound planners. So in addition to this planner that I want to give a try, I also pulled out my Hobonichi, which I purchased at the beginning of the year. I pulled this baby back out, and I also found this planner, which I'm very eager to try. I'm brand new to this planner company. This is the Weekly Vertical Classic Planner in an A5 by Ara, Stell, and Annie Plans. And I am really excited to try this one out here. I can kind of show you all, I'll give you all a sneak peek of my setup for the month of November. Absolutely love this. I feel like this is definitely something that I was missing in my life here. So I'm going to do a separate video with my thoughts on these three, kind of going over a little bit more of a comparison with you all. But I definitely wanted to bring this into the video because this is going to be something new going into Q4. Now, I know technically Q4 was the month of October, but like I said, it just wasn't a month for me where I was inspired to plan or to pull out my planner. I just needed a break from all things planner and social media. So personally, using the planner, I just needed that little break, but it also gave me time to really explore some other planner systems through other YouTube videos, other content creators, also seeing the launches that were coming out these past months as well, or leading up to them. So I definitely took the month of October to just research and to see if there was something out there that I really wanted to try. And yeah, so now I'm down to like these three here that I know for sure I'll be starting this one in November. And then the others, we will have to wait and see. But again, I'll go through more details as far as my plans for these in another video. Okay, wow. So that was a really long video, and I didn't even explain everything here. I'm not even going to count this as a planner. It was just inspiration, I guess you could say, for that one. But what's going on in Q4? So it's going to be one or more of these Bookbound planners here, which is crazy to think. Of course, I still love my Passport TN, so that is sticking around. And then I have my Moxie Life system, which is going to get a revamp, but still part of my system. And then we have my work planner, which is my A5 Erin Condren Daily Duo here. Number-wise, it is definitely decreased, but again, it's because some of my planners are now digital. And looking at this like setup here, like all of it together, this is crazy for me because again, there's no more discbound in here, which is really weird to think about. And I have lots of book bounds because not only are these book bounds or softbound planners, I didn't even really think about this till now because duh, Maya. But this Moxie Life companion notebook is technically a softbound planner. So what if this was actually the inspiration for here? And I didn't even know it because I've been using these companion notebooks for months now. Oh, and this one too. Honestly, y'all, maybe this was fate. Like it's all coming together and I was always meant to be in a book bound for the system here. I'm not too sure, but I will tell you that, you know, these changes that you're seeing here is definitely going to benefit my planning style here. It's also going to help me with organizing my areas of life these days. And so that's to me is the most important, is that these are having some sort of function for me, not just here because they look pretty. So that is everything for today's video. Hopefully you found this video either helpful as far as how I'm using these planner systems, or maybe you just enjoyed seeing all these things and going through them here. Let me know down below if you have any questions about the planner systems that I am using. And if you are using a Bookbound planner and you have any suggestions for them, let me know down below because I feel like this is my next adventure, is finding something that fits this type of style of planning, because I am so inspired by it already, and I would love to get some more inspiration, especially if you are using this. Let me know down below. I would love to check out your content. And with that, I will see you all next time.